Introduce yourself. My name is Rian Louis. I am a creator. I am an MC. I am a podcaster. I am a creative director. I am a lover of life and music and creativity. On a scale from 1 to 10, how authentically are you living your life right now, online and offline? I feel like in this skin that I'm in now, I'm 36. I am an openly black gay man. And I feel like when I hit 30, it's just like a skin, like a snake, shedding skin to truly be myself. I feel like I'm myself. What you see online is what you're going to get offline. People always have that persona like, oh, you only do that for online. People have that idea of you acting a certain way. No, you're going to get the positive energy. You're going to get the love that I give online. You're going to get it in person. So I feel like I'm 100% out of 10. Always truly authentically myself. Talk to me about Rian Out Loud. What is your mission? How did it start? Where is it going? Rian Out Loud, that's my baby. Rian Out Loud was created as a safe space for Black LGBTQ plus creatives, to celebrate them, to lift them up, to elevate them. And how did I start it? I knew I always wanted to talk. I've had a gift to gab forever. I was that kid that got on a report card, talk too much. So now look at me. I do it for a living, part-time. So yes, it started with, during COVID, right at the beginning of COVID, I noticed that Black queer independent artists were retweeting their work on the timeline to get noticed, to, gain traction, so people can listen to their music. And I saw this one artist, I'll never forget, I call him my friend now. He is as if Beyonce and Prince had a musical child. His name is Warren Dumas. I will speak Warren's name in any room that I go to, and I encourage people to listen to him. Just a beautiful spirit and an even bigger talent. And I think that's what's going to make him go so far in life. And it was history from then. I knew I wanted to do something that was catered to them, because A&Rs are online looking at what they can steal and, take from independent struggling artists to feed it to a mainstream artist that has the backing and the money and all of that. So that's how it started. And where is it going? Rian Out Loud is going into a space where it's going to be bigger than me. It's going to a space where I want to produce live experiences, music festivals for Black queer independent artists. That's where I see Rian Out Loud going. What drives you to do what you do, and what is your why? Creativity. Creativity drives me, and it is the people that keep me going. And when I mean specifically people, I mean the creatives that come on to Rian Out Loud. I do everything myself, and sometimes it leaves me very depleted, sometimes feeling defeated, because social media, you see others going places where you want to be. But it took me a long time to realize that is not my path. That's not my story. I am creating my own lane, and what is meant for me will be for me. And it's always the creatives that keep me going, that have graced Rian Out Loud, that pour love into me. And it reminds me that I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing this for the greater cause, which is a Black LGBTQ plus creative. That's my why. Talk to me about some defining moments in your life that shaped who you are today. So I don't know when this will air, but today, so March 14th, 2023, I shouldn't be here. It's one of those days. I think about it now. I look at it, and I have a lot of strength talking about it. I was at my very lowest on this day. Although Rian Out Loud was already in motion and things were happening, but I really hit a low financially with my job, and just not inspired at all. And if my suicidal thoughts, not trigger warning, sorry, would have, you know, won, I wouldn't be here today. Um, and it takes a lot of, it took me a while to build the strength up to realize that I am more than my dark thoughts, that I am more than my weakness. I don't look at the thoughts as a weakness, my suicidal thoughts, how I was feeling, as a weakness. It was a moment, and I fought through it. And what powered me through it was the platform I created with Rian Out Loud. It reminds me of why I'm doing this. It reminds me of that there is more life to live, and that I'm here. And fast forward 3 years later, I'm now nominated for a 40 Under 40 award. So there's so much more life to live. That's what I'm celebrating today. So that was a defining moment in my life recently that just reminded me of my purpose and what I'm meant to do. Have you always been able to express yourself authentically, or did you have to grow into that? I feel like I go through levels. When I was I was a very straightforward kid, didn't care, with love, said how I felt, boom. But then as life goes on and you start getting teased for different things, then you go into a shelter. You know, you go into a shell. And I remember going into that shell, and I was in that shell for a long time of not being who I truly am, within expressing my creativity, because I love to sing. I wanted to be a theater. I wanted to be a theater kid. I wanted to act. I wanted to do Raven Simone, anything that Raven Simone from the Cosby Show, That's So Raven, Cheetah Girls, I wanted to do in a male version. I love her, still love her. But like I said, that shell had me, covered. And a conversation with my mom, and we were in Jamaica, very random place. She took me to Jamaica for my birthday, and she was like, I want you to be you. I love you. I birthed you. I know you. I want you to be you. And I remember you, and I want you back. And after that, it was like, that shell said, shh. And I've been going ever since. I have my moments, confidence is here and there, but I feel like most 85% of the time, I'm truly, truly my authentic self. So it seems like you are community focused through your podcast and work in the nonprofit space. What impact do you hope your work leaves on Pittsburgh? Wow. Wow, that's a good question. I'll never stop. My impact. What do I hope my impact leaves on Pittsburgh? One thing about me, if you know me, if I can't figure it out, if I don't have the resources to do it or to provide, I'm always going to connect somebody with somebody. This is who I know. This is who I think you should introduce. This is who I think you should meet. This is who I think you could work with. I'm always about community. So if anything, my impact, leave my impact is love, community, and don't gatekeep, because there's enough space for all of us. People always talk about, oh, I want to start a podcast, but I wanted to talk to you, but I didn't want to step on your shoes. Baby, I have created my own lane. It's time for you to create your own. There's room for all of us. That's what I hope my impact leaves. Yeah. What are you learning to love about yourself? My empathy. If you're familiar with X-Men, or my mutant, I always say my mutant power is my empathy. And I used to look at it as a curse, because I feel like people see it and they're like, "Ooh, let me drain your powers," and sometimes it has happened. I feel things on a different level, and it has taken me a while to realize that it is not a curse, it is a gift. Some people need that for maybe it's not a long time, it's a season. People come into your life for a season, and for a reason in a season. Maybe that reason was to give them more love that they've never received, and they can go on about their life. So what I'm learning is to embrace my empathy, that it is a gift and not a curse. How has it felt to be seen in the hot seat? This is exciting. I'm having a blast. this is, being asked questions is always new to me. So it's funny, being on the opposite side, but this has been such a safe space, and I am honored to be in the hot seat today. Any final thoughts? Um, if I have any final thoughts, it is not just for me, it's just for whoever is watching to step out on faith, live your truth, be yourself, keep good people around you that will love you and that will tell you when you're wrong and love you when you're right and love everything in between you, whether it's a friend, a partner, whoever, people, everybody needs somebody, you know. Yes, we come into this world alone and we will leave this world alone, but I think we are meant to love. And I hope whoever's watching, you find that person, whether it, like I said, if it's a friend and if it's a lover or something, we all deserve it. And I don't know, that's my final thought. Love on one another. This world is full of hate and dark and crazy times, and we just need more love, more life, more love. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. My name is Rian Louis, and I have just completed the hot seat. And find me on all social media at Rated Ryan, RIAN, Rated RIAN, and check out the Ryan Out Loud podcast, RIAN Out Loud podcast. Thank you. Thank you. That was so much fun.